Jumbo everybody, in today's video, I am going to be answering a question that I get more than any other question that I am ever asked collectively in any subject matter ever. And it is, how do you rent Disney Vacation Club points and is it worth it? So I'm answering that question today. This is going to be easier to explain to you using screenshots from my computer. So we're going to go do that. I'll do some voiceovers and I'll come back here and catch you at the end. Disney World has lots of different hotel options on Disney World property, and there are lots of perks of staying at a Walt Disney World resort. You get access to extra magic hours. You can park on site for free. You can make your Fast Pass Plus reservations 60 days in advance. So there's lots of different reasons why you would want to stay on Disney property. And by renting Disney Vacation Club points, you have all of those same amenities, all right? So when you're considering where you want to stay at Disney, you know, there are the value hotels which do appeal to kids. They're pretty low, relatively speaking, price point. But if you want more space and better location for the money, renting Disney Vacation Club points is the way to go. So there are lots of different Disney Vacation Club properties available at the Walt Disney World Resort. So this is a list of all of them that are in the United States. So obviously Hawaii, we're not going to talk about right now. We're going to go on. So we've got Bay Lake Tower at Disney's Contemporary Resort. You can literally walk to the Magic Kingdom, or you can take the monorail to the Magic Kingdom or to Epcot, which is very convenient. There are two options available at Wilderness Lodge. They have Boulder Ridge and Copper Creek. Copper Creek is the newer ones that are there that also have cabins that are absolutely beautiful. And those are a boat ride away from the Magic Kingdom. You've got two options at Animal Kingdom Villas. You've got Jambo House and Kidani Village. These are next door to Animal Kingdom Park, but you do have to take a bus or car. And then we've got the Beach Club Villas and the Boardwalk Villas. These are attached to the back side of Epcot or the front side of Hollywood Studios, so you can take a boat ride or you can walk to both of those parks. Old Key West and Saratoga Springs are two of the original Disney Vacation Club properties, and they are right up, boat ride away from Disney Springs, which is like a shopping area of Disney. It used to be called Downtown Disney. We've got the Polynesian Villas and Bungalows, and that is right a hop, skip, and a jump away from the Magic Kingdom via a boat ride or a monorail ride. You can also monorail over to the front side of Epcot. And then we've got the villas at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa, which are just like the Polynesian, a boat ride or a monorail ride from the front of the Magic Kingdom or a monorail ride over to Epcot. So the first thing to consider with picking a Disney Vacation Club property is the type of party you're traveling with. So if you have small kids and you know that you're going to be at the Magic Kingdom a lot, I would recommend a hotel that is on the monorail loop because you can just hop on the monorail and get right to the front of the Magic Kingdom. Super duper easy. If you're somebody, maybe it's an adult trip and you're not going to be spending a whole lot of time at the parks, but you're probably going to spend more time at Disney Springs, I would recommend Old Key West or Saratoga Springs just because they are super duper close to Disney Springs. Or if you got animal lovers, you know, Animal Kingdom Villas, those are great choices. So it kind of just depends on your travel party. For me, we love Epcot. Epcot's my favorite park, so we oftentimes gravitate towards Disney's Boardwalk Villas. Now you can see, this is Disney's site here. And you can see on the right-hand side where it says rooms from 16 points per night, 14 points per night, 15 points per night. So the lower the amount of points per night, the less expensive the hotels are going to be. So for example, here we've got Jambo and Kidani Village points from 9 points per night. Boardwalk is from 10. Old Key West, I believe, is lower too. Yeah, points from 10 per night. Saratoga Springs is 11, and you can see it starts to get a little more expensive when we're going with the more upscale hotels like our Grand Floridian, 17 points per night and up. So that's something to kind of keep in mind. The amount of points you're going to be renting is basically the amount of dollars you are going to be paying. All right, so once you figure out where you want to stay, that is the number one most important thing. Now we have to figure out when. When do we want to stay? And you can figure out when by looking at the Vacation Club point charts. All right, so this is a great website. This is www.info.com. I'll have all these links in the description of this video. So I'm going to look at the Boardwalk because I love the Boardwalk. We've stayed there 3 times and it's a fantastic resort. So you can see here on the left-hand side, there are different seasons. And this is basically from the lowest time of year with adventure season from a crowd standpoint to the most busiest possible time of year, which is like the thick of spring break and Christmas to New Year's. This is the most popular time to visit Disney, going down to the least crowded time at Disney. And you can see the points reflect that too. So if we look at a standard view deluxe studio villa at the Boardwalk, you can see during adventure season, the weekly amount of points you would rent is 76, right? If we look at the premier season, the weekly points, it's almost doubled, right? 150 points. So it definitely goes up if you're going to be going during a busy time of year. So if you can at all swing it, try to get down to Disney when school is still in session. But if that is not an option, you just work with what you have. So what do these different room types mean? So we've got deluxe studio, we've got a 1-bedroom, we've got a 2-bedroom, we've got a grand villa. Let's take a look at them. So a standard, just normal studio villa basically looks like this. So it comes with a queen size bed and a pull-out couch. Also has a kitchenette area with a separate sink. So the kitchenette will have a microwave. It'll have a mini fridge. It'll have some cabinets and things where you can put some stuff you can store if you want to. Also has an ensuite bathroom, as we would expect, couple of closets, and a balcony. Now, most of the rooms are around this size for a studio villa, around 356 square feet, which for a normal size type of hotel room, that's a pretty good size. The exception to that would be Old Key West. Old Key West is the original Disney Vacation Club property, and the rooms there are a bit bigger. But outside of that, the rest of the properties are going to be around this same size for a studio villa. So we also have the option of doing a 1-bedroom villa. This is the Grand Floridian example, but it's all about the same, really. So the 1-bedroom villas have a separate single bedroom with a king size bed rather than a queen size bed. The common area will have a sofa bed, and some of them will have a pull down Murphy bed like underneath the television. Also will have a full kitchen and will have an in-suite washer and dryer, which is so convenient. Have a couple of closets and of course an attached bathroom. Some of them will have 2 bathrooms or a bath and a half, depending on the villa. And they all, again, have a balcony. And they kind of go up from there. You've got a couple of other options with like a 2-bedroom room. You've got a 3-bedroom grand villa. You've got treehouse. You've got cabins, like lots of different options. So depending on the size of your travel party is where you'll want to go. So my husband and I historically have stayed in a studio villa, just the 2 of us, and it's been fine. Plenty of space. I would say you could probably fit 4 in there max comfortably. I wouldn't go any more than that. Same idea with a 1-bedroom unit. You can kind of see the difference here. So this right here is a 1-bedroom at Animal Kingdom. So you can see that there's a full kitchen. The bedroom is back there, separate eating space and common area. So you do get, probably about twice as much space as you would have if you were to get a studio villa. I hope that makes sense. So you just kind of have to know, how much space do you want for your family? If it's just the 2 of you, a studio villa is great unless you want a kitchen, which is where my husband and I want to be. We want to have a kitchen when we go down to Disney the next time. So we're going to opt for a 1-bedroom villa, but you just kind of have to decide that on your own. So going back here to the Boardwalk, we are going to just do a little scenario here. So let's say we want to stay at the Boardwalk the first full week of December, and that is 76 points for us for a standard view for the week. If we wanted to have an upper scale view, we could do a Boardwalk or a pool view, and that significantly increases the amount of points that are needed for that rental. You can see it's 107 for a deluxe studio here at the Boardwalk versus 70
76. So you just kind of have to keep that in mind. If view is important to you and you really want to look over that boardwalk, you can go with 107 points per night. However, for us, we don't care about the view, as whatever, doesn't matter to me. So I'm opting for the 76 points per night. But this is, we're just going to kind of go with it here. So let's say I want the first week of December, and I want to stay in a deluxe studio at the Boardwalk. That's 76 points. So I'm going to write down that number 76 on a Post-it note, and now I can figure out how to actually do the rental process. So if you want to do the legwork yourself, I recommend one of these two websites, disboards.com or MouseOwnerscom. Both of these websites are great. You do have to create a free account to be able to interact with the people you're renting from, but that's fine. That's fine. It's super easy to create an account for both of these websites. I have used both of them to rent points from. They've both been great. So I'm going to use the MouseOwners.com website just as an example here, because I don't have to be logged in to see what I want to do. So I'm going to look on here and see if anybody is renting Boardwalk Villa points for December. Look at this. This person is Dare to Dream 2009 is renting 221 Boardwalk Villa points for $15 per point. All right, so if we go back to our chart here, how many points do we need? I want 76. I need to rent 76 points from this person. So at $15 per point, let's see how much that's going to be. So for a week at the Boardwalk in a studio villa, 76 points for the week times $15 per point is $1,140. So if I want to figure out how much that is per night, I'm going to divide that number by 7. That's $162 per night for staying in a studio villa at the Boardwalk the first week of December. So if I were to look over at Disney's website to see how much it would be to rent this same exact room from Disney World, I actually already have it pulled up. I'm cheating. They want, on average, $473 per night for a deluxe studio standard view in December. All right, let's look at our calculator again. So renting points, I'm paying $162 per night. Getting it from Disney, I'm paying $473 per night. So what is the savings on that? I mean, that's pretty substantial. I mean, that's over half savings by going this route. And if you think about $160 some a night, that's pretty standard for like a big downtown type of hotel room, right? And you're getting such a great value out of it from a how good of your vacation is going to be standpoint, staying at the Boardwalk versus staying at an off-site hotel somewhere. When you think about if you stay at an off-site hotel, you're going to have to factor in $22 a day to park. So you're already going to increase the amount you're paying per night at an off-site hotel, adding $22 to that just to get to the park itself. Plus, you're not going to have the perks of the extra magic hours and being able to make your fast pass reservations 60 days in advance and making your dining reservations 180 days in advance, and all of these things you have to think about. So it just makes sense. So what I would do if I was going to, talk to this person here from a privacy standpoint, I'm not going to open up their link, but what I would do is I would contact this Dare to Dream 2009 and say, hey, I want to stay at the Boardwalk in a standard view studio from December, 1st through, whatever, the 7th, 8th, whatever that first week is, Saturday to Saturday. It's 76 points. There's 2 adults staying in this room. Can you check and make sure this is available for me? They would get back to me, say, yeah, it's available. And you can say, okay, I want to go ahead and rent it. And then you would do the transaction with this person via PayPal. All right. So you're not actually doing anything with Disney. They are making the reservation for you in your name. They will then email you the confirmation number. You can tie it into your Magic Band My Disney Experience account. They will send you Magic Bands. It's just like having a normal reservation through Disney, except the person you're renting from does the reserving of the room for you. Okay. So if you didn't want to go through this rigmarole of finding somebody to rent from through either Mouse Owners or through Disboards, you can use a broker to do this for you. Now you're going to pay a little bit more per point per night because they're getting paid for their time for doing this reservation booking for you. They're kind of like the middleman between you and the people that are renting points. But David's Vacation Rentals does an amazing job. I believe they're based in Canada, and their customer service is so nice and so helpful. You can do live online chat with them. They can answer your questions, and you basically just fill out a form and they do all the legwork for you. So that's just another really viable option if you don't want to take the time to actually find an owner to rent from yourself. Now, here's something to keep in mind when you're doing your vacation club rentals. You these rentals are non-refundable, all right? So when you make your reservation, you just need to be set that you're going to be going to Disney. And if there is a possibility that you might need to cancel your trip, you'll definitely want to get travel insurance. So the website that I have used for my travel insurance in the past has been Travel Insured International. We've had really good experience with Travel Insured. We had to cancel our trip in September of this past year because of Hurricane Irma. And so we had to do a claim with Travel Insured, but we got 100% of the non-refundable cost of our room back from Travel Insured. So I highly recommend, if you have medical conditions, if you have any possible reason that you might need to cancel your trip, getting travel insurance in addition to renting your points. It's not very expensive. I think for the entire week, for both my husband and I total, it was under $100 to have this, and just having that peace of mind was very helpful for us, and we did need to use it. We had to cancel our trip because of circumstances that were out of our control. So we've actually had to do that twice now. We've had to cancel our trips twice now. And Travel Insured has come through for us both times. So I can't recommend them enough.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions, let me know. Leave them in the comment section below. If you have not yet entered my 20,000 subscriber giveaway, be sure to do that. I will leave that video up in the card somewhere here and also linked in the description bar below. And I hope that you win. The entries are going until this coming Thursday, so good luck to you. If you haven't already and you'd like to, hit that button down below. Subscribe so you never miss a daily video. Happy Disney planning. I'll see you all tomorrow. Ciao.